Y'all ready? Put your stuff trying to get a line for me. Let's go.
You got stuff over here, I'm about to bring
Me a favor and finish your food down here, please. Finish your food down here and then take your head off. Marcus Taylor, let's go.
Go ahead, Brooklyn. Let's quickly transition.
I did my homework.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. P.
Let's quickly transition.
I just came from church.
Good morning, tuck your shirts, Crumpy. Let's go, Charlie. I missed you yesterday, tuck your shirt. Let's go, make sure you have everything you need.
Good morning, Mr. Fuller. Let's go.
Everything you need. Good morning.
Good morning, people. Let's go. Mr. Giddings, find your space.
In, tuck your shirt.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Good morning, Miss Henry.
Take the rest of the seats down. Diamond, help, Jemima. Thank you.
I need all of my ladies to stand up. You're going to line up at the door for me, please. Okay, Imani, will you be my line leader, please? All of my ladies. V, that's good.
Okay.
Right here. Thank you. Okay, gentlemen, thank you for being patient. Last first room, I want you to line up right here. Focus, focus. Up against the wall for me. Tanisha, up against the wall.
I'll go to her real quick.
Not right now, honey. I need you up against the wall. I'll ask Miss Archie to let you go. Very good, very good. Can you hand that to me at lunch? Or give it to Miss Archie and leave it with her. Okay, I got you. Okay, facing forward for me, please. Brandon, face forward for me, please. Okay, can you lead us on down? Good job, class. Lonnie, walk for me. Okay, good job. Good morning, 71.
My name is Clarence Humes, Jr. I'm the proud principal of John Philip Sousa Middle School. My history here at John Philip Sousa Middle School is that I'm transitioning into my 5th year as lead principal. I arrived at Sousa in 2011, Before I came to Sousa, I was an assistant principal at Deal Middle School from 2009 to 2011. Before I became the assistant principal at Deal Middle School, I was the assistant principal at Stuart Hobson Middle School from 2007 to 2009. From 2000 to 2007, I had an opportunity to teach and also be the dean of students at Stuart Hobson Middle School. So that makes it 16 years in Washington, D.C. public schools in middle schools for me. Our vision here at Sousa Middle School is to simply create and establish an environment with passionate educators to produce and develop competent and contributing citizens to this new global society in which we live. Proficiency is essential to our work. Just last year alone, we had 62% of students reading on grade level, and we had 57% of students on grade level in math. But with that said, we're truly excited about the different interventions that we're bringing in this year in an effort to improve those numbers. I do believe I'm responsible for the academic growth of our students due to the fact that I'm solely responsible for ensuring that we have the right educators in the building, planning and preparing for student academic growth. My team and I, whether support staff, classroom, you name it, we're responsible for every adult, which all the work that we do here at Sousa is solely focused on academic growth and character development. So yes, I do believe that. Our academic expectations at Sousa Middle School is for students to simply provide maximum effort each and every day. We communicate to students daily. Being on time, being prepared, and being engaged are three keys to success here at Sousa. And therein lies how we create and plan for students to work from year to year. I believe it's more hard work than natural intelligence. I also believe that an engaging, meaningful relationship assists and supports students as well. And also I believe modeling what we want from students here at Sousa Middle School, which we as the adults here at Sousa are charged with that. Those are the things that lead to academic success. So how we keep track on how students are producing throughout the course of the years, our weekly grade level meetings, our weekly collaborative planning meetings solely focused on data, our bi-weekly academic leadership team meetings that is solely focused on scope and sequence and the instructional initiatives that we have here for our teachers, and then the relationships that we have with our families. And what I mean by that is parent conferences, meetings with families to discuss solely academics. We have a number of behavior expectations here at Sousa Middle School for students. However, the one thing that I would like to discuss or just speak to is we at Sousa Middle School model the behaviors in which we want to see out of our children. Meaning, if we want children to arrive on time, our adults need to be on time. If we want children to be in class prepared, our adults need to be in class prepared. If we want students to be engaged in the lesson, our adults in the building need to ensure that they're planning and creating, engaging in meaningful lessons for students. As it relates to overall behavior, there's a laundry list of behaviors, and I believe in general, each school has the same expectations regarding behavior. However, here at Sousa Middle School, we want our adults to model what we want to see in our students, behavioral-wise and also academically. Well, we enforce rules, again, by modeling expectations first and foremost. And then second, which is the biggest thing, we enforce rules by being consistent. If there's a particular consequence or an acknowledgement of a particular student, we expect for us to approach another student in that same manner. We have to be consistent. If we're not consistent as it relates to our expectations on the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, in the hallways, in the gymnasium, in the restrooms, students won't know where to go. Students won't know what rules to follow. Students won't know what expectations to meet. So we have to be consistent, and there lies how we enforce our classroom school rules. Well, we reward good behavior every day, be it by a smile, be it by intercom acknowledgments, whether it's within the grade levels. One thing that we started last year were the Cobra clusters. And the Cobra clusters allow students who obviously are exhibiting good behavior to participate each Wednesday with our clusters. And what our clusters is an opportunity for us as the adults to engage with students in a different way. So each student attends their academic class. However, the periods are shortened. So at 2:15 p.m., each student signs up for a particular cluster. So what's a cluster? A cluster is something that I like to do. It's just something that every adult in this building likes to do. So we have clusters that are focused on guitar, meditation, which is one of my clusters, community service, baseball, you name it. And we have a number of different clusters, students sign up on it. And for those who've earned the opportunity to participate, at that point in time, they have an opportunity to engage with the adult in a different manner. Not focus on scope and sequence, not focus on data, solely focus on student interest, which is important with engagement, which obviously contributes to our overall school culture. I do believe that I'm personally responsible for the professional development of my teachers. I also believe as constant learners, as educators, we should all be personally responsible for our own educating. What I will say as principal, our school initiatives, it's my job to ensure that we have the necessary experts in place to assist and lead teachers. For the most part, we have those experts here at Sousa Middle School, so we don't physically have to bring someone from the outside. And then our district provides fantastic opportunities for our teachers as it relates to professional development. A lot of the district initiatives, and as we are aligned to our district initiatives, the district provides those things. However, as principal, no different than it relates to me being responsible for student academic growth and achievement, I'm also responsible for teacher growth and achievement as well, because obviously if teachers are successful and are improving, it will be a domino effect and the students will become more successful and will continue to improve. So if we had a teacher vacancy, one way that we would recruit and hire the teacher would be one, through our normal process with human resources through the district government. That would be one way. Two, also just simply word of mouth. We've developed relationships with a number of the new teaching programs, be it TFA, be it Teaching Fellows, Math America. So we reach out to those individuals as well. It's important to not only have experienced educators in the building, but it's also important to have educators that are new to the profession as well. I believe having a number of different types of individuals in the building won't do anything but better prepare our students for society, because that's obviously what our society looks like. Well, how we evaluate our teachers here at Sousa Middle School and to ensure that we hold them accountable for student growth is the district. We already have systems in place here at Washington, D.C. Public Schools, be it through the impact system. Not only do we evaluate student academic achievement or lack thereof through this particular process, we also evaluate teacher growth, instructional growth through this process as well. The way I engage parents in their child's education in the building and outside the building as well is I do weekly newsletters. Those go home weekly by students. I also send home weekly Connect Eds, which is robocalls, to communicate to families what not only to expect from week to week, but also how the week was. In addition to, we have 4 Sousa showcases throughout the school year. And what the showcases are just that. Not only is it a point in time for us to acknowledge students with their academic achievement, their citizenship by certificates for each advisory, we also have a show. We have a fantastic dance program here. We also have a fantastic music program here. And at that point in time, students dance, a choreographed dance, in addition to students play as it relates to instrumental music. We also have poems in Spanish. So it's a fantastic time. And we're making a point of bringing families into the building at least 4 days, 4 times a school year, separate from the parent conferences. Here at Sousa Middle School, we believe in open door policy. So I am always available to parents. We believe it's important to open our doors. We believe it's important not only to open our front doors, but also open our classroom doors as well. So whenever a family wants to come by to shadow a student, whenever a family wants to come by to sit down with the administration, to ask questions of the administration, that can happen anytime. The only thing I request and ask is when families want to come in and sit down with teachers, make sure that they're not teaching. In an effort to just call ahead, in an effort to have the whole team have an opportunity to sit with the family.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Would you start your warm-up, and you have 2 minutes. Go.
Warm up on the board.
2 minutes. Can you help each other? Can you help each other?
Yeah.
2 minutes, go. You can turn the tall chair, go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, go.
That's really hard.
Just do the warm-up, baby. So our objective, by the end of the lesson, you, the student, will be able to solve problems, finding the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of whole numbers. That's our objective for the day, okay? So the warm-up got you ready for that. Let's look at the problems for the day. We have 3 types of problems up here, or 3 groups of problems up here. Group 1, DOK1. Who remembers what DOK stands for? Yes, Kishelle. DOK.
Depth of knowledge.
Depth of knowledge. Excellent. What do we mean by depth of knowledge? What?
It's how deep your understanding is.
Good. How deep your understanding. Good job. Do you think this problem is going to be a little more complicated than the first problem?
No.
DOK2, DOK1.
Will be more complex than DOK1.
Why?
Because it's kind of challenging, but it's really not.
So number of,
Let me finish your
it's got multiple steps.
Like, say it again. I'm sorry. Say it again, Kamar. Excellent. It has multiple steps, which makes it more complex. What did you want to say, Andre? Because you had your hand up. You wanted to add
had to use math language.
Oh!
He said, what can you say that again, Andre, loud and
Say it
clear?
loud and proud.
We had to use math language.
You gotta use math
Use
language.
math language. Excellent. We're going to work in 3 different groups.
And we're gonna give you guys a little bit of, autonomy.
I like that
Who
word.
thinks they know what autonomy means?
You're going to the movies tomorrow. I'm giving you complete autonomy as to what you're going to wear. Is that good? Does that help?
Details.
That's an idea.
Wait a minute, was that good enough?
I like it. All right, so
Help me out with it.
if there's a dress down pass for school,
Think before you
have
respond.
autonomy over what you get to wear. All right, hands up.
Yeah, if you think you know.
Andre, first silent hand, go ahead. Your own opinion, your own.
The opinion is
Give me more than that, Aaron.
Your
own choice.
Your own choice. Excellent job. Excellent job. Thanks for getting him there, Andre. So if you feel like you are ready for DOK3, I want you to silently pick up your body, just your body,
just your body.
move just your body, and move to Keishelle's table.
You want to say?
And if you feel like you are at DOK1 and you want some support, you're gonna go over and you're gonna sit at Brody's table.
Right here, DOK1.
Can we do this? We can hit together.
All right, so let's get started.
So you guys are DOK2, so you're doing this problem. What's the first thing that we need to do, guys?
We gotta.
What do we need to look for?
Every 2 days and every 4 days.
So what's important about that? What's important about every 2 days and every 4 days?
Good. So write down 1 and write down 16.
2 times 8.
Yes, write down 2. Good. And write down 8.
And it's 3 and
3 times what is 16? Think about it. Is there anything?
Up, 2, 3, nice lady. 6, and tilt, into your shoulders. 3, 4, no center, go. 1, 3, 4, 5. Up and down, go. 1, 2, 3, bigger.
What inspired their song, or what inspired the melody, or what inspired those rhythms? And don't forget about the question at the bottom. How do musicians generate or create ideas? So all those songs that you listen to on the radio, what might that person have been thinking about? That's what I want you to think about, and I want you to write your answers down.
Question number 1. How does your body grow as you get older? Is it A, your cells fill with water and get bigger? Is it B, your cells divide, producing new cells? C, your cells elongate. Elongate just means that they get longer. Or D, your cells combine with one another. Remember to softly speak to your table partner so that way you can help each other out. Boards up, boards up, boards up, boards up, boards up, all of them up. Okay, good job. I think I have 100%. The answer is B. Your cells do what, class? What do? They divide.
The American colonies are being forced to pay this money. They're being forced to pay this money because they fought the land. Okay? So we have King George up at the front, who's our king. He's in a lot of debt. This is our tax collector. She's come around to collect taxes. Brian, please read the first tax.
If you have a sister, you owe 2 candy pieces.
All right, so if you have a sister, please start to pay taxes. Your tax collector is coming around to collect taxes. King George III just passed his first law, and look how much money he's already made. All right, Brian, King George III, could you have another one?
If your locker is against Mr. McNair's or Mrs. Garcia's side of the hallway, you owe 1 candy piece.
So if your locker is against Mr. McNair and Ms. Garcia's wall, you owe a tax. Why is that? Who said that? Just be honest, who said that? Just one, King George?
Yeah, 1.
Just one?
You live in Southeast DC, you owe 2 candy pieces.
So if you live in Southeast DC, you have to pay a tax to live here. You may impose one more tax of your choice. You have 70% of the war covered, but you need some more money because you have people in other countries that are saying we need that money. So what are you going to do?
And you have a red shirt on.
Buenos días, clase.
Buenos días, Doctora Gibson.
¿Cómo estáis?
Estamos bien.
Liz, fall is coming. Okay, dear, as hoy.
Hoy es martes el 29 de septiembre del 2015.
Muy bien. Montre, ball is coming. ¿Qué día fue ayer?
Ayer fue lunes.
Muy bien. Pregunta, why is it important to identify the Spanish-speaking world?
Like go to Spanish-speaking countries, you have to learn Spanish to be able to understand them, what they are saying.
Absolutely, you're all right.
My name is Maria Fernanda Garcia, and I teach 8th grade English Language Arts. I have 10 years of teaching experience, 7 years with DCPS, 3 years with Sousa. Some characteristics that make Sousa a unique school are that we offer a lot of field trips that are really fun for the students and the teachers and the families who want to come along. We have a small school, so that means teachers and students get to interact a lot more and build really strong relationships. We also have a great STEM enrichment program where students get to explore different areas of interest, learn about things that they might not learn traditionally in the classroom, and it's a lot of fun for them, it's a lot of fun for the teachers, and it just makes our school a great place to be. My school leadership does a phenomenal job in supporting me to be a great teacher. We are participating in the T3 or Teach Plus program, where teachers design instructional goals and work together to meet those goals, and they really help move student achievement. Another great way is through PDs downtown or teacher participation in curriculum design with DCPS. That also allows DCPS to consider the voice of Southeast and the voice of Sousa students. A third and final way is through department chairs. I'm lucky enough to be the English department chair, and we do a lot of work to make reading fun for the students, writing an excellent opportunity for them to, express themselves and just become, ready for college and lovers of learning. I engage with the families of my students in several ways. First, I have an open door policy. I love to have parents come into the classroom and learn right alongside their child. I also love Sousa showcases, all of the extracurricular activities like sports, where parents can come and we can kind of hang out together in a less formal environment and get to know each other. And then I also spend a lot of time on the phone, via email, or on, texting parents so that we can stay in constant communication about their students' achievement.
My name is Darian McCarter, and I'm the 8th grade assistant principal. My history here at Sousa is I've been an assistant principal here for 2 years. Previously, I was a classroom teacher for 6 years, a math teacher. I was also an instructional coach for 2 years here in DCPS. The vision that I have for Sousa as well as my students is that every student that comes in the building receives a world-class education, that they're exposed to things that they're not typically exposed to, and that they're equipped with tools that they need to be successful in high school, college, career, and life. Some of the things or characteristics that make Sousa unique is all of the different exposures, experiences that we provide our students with. We have numerous after-school activities from sports, football, basketball, baseball, track, a lot of the arts departments. We have a full band, a chorus. We have an awesome dance department. We have a broad department where our students get to travel. This year they're actually going to West Africa for a week. Just to kind of study the culture and talk to some of the students to kind of, once again, be exposed and experience different cultures. The way we support teachers and staff to ensure that the Sousa is a high quality school, we have weekly professional development. Our teachers collaborate on a daily basis, whether it's in departments, whether it's in grade levels. As the administrators and the instructional leaders in the building, we facilitate a lot of those professional development opportunities. We make sure that we research different opportunities in the area as well as in other places that we feel that our teachers will benefit from. We conduct learning walks where teachers will receive feedback from their peers as it relates to the focus and the goals of the school. Sousa engages parents and community members in various ways. That includes back to school nights, parent-teacher conferences. Here at Sousa, we definitely have an open door policy. So we have a lot of families that come to Sousa to shadow their students. So they go from class to class, just kind of seeing how their school day is ran. We have Sousa Showcase quarterly. During these Sousa showcases, We have our departments perform. So we have our music department, we have our dance department, we have our art department who does a lot of the art decorations. And during these showcases, we highlight our students for academic success, for character development, as well as for attendance.
My name is Donetta Simmons. I teach 6th through 8th grade. I'm the enrichment resource teacher. That means that I lead the Gifted and Talented program, where students are pulled from their special classes to work on project-based learning based on their interests. I have 15 years of teaching experience, with 3 of those years being here at Sousa. Some of the characteristics of Sousa that make it unique is the support that comes from the staff and from administration, and the flexibility of the school. For example, in my program, I often have to find resources and other programs to help support what's happening inside my classes. So I'll go to the administration, I'll go to teachers to get that extra support. The school leadership at Sousa supports me in many ways. With the position that I have as the enrichment resource teacher, students tend to come in and have interest in topics for projects that I've never heard of. So the administration, they have the confidence in me that I need to be able to find resources to see these projects through. I engage with the families of my students in many ways. First, I tend to build a rapport with parents so that communications is easier. Also, I send home quarterly progress reports that have detailed notes about the progress of their students within my classes. And we invite families to our quarterly showcases, where the projects that the students are working on are being displayed during the showcase.
I got it. Walk to my door. Good job. I had to walk in there.
Go in, put your books underneath. Thank you. Go in, put your books underneath.
Go ahead.
Yes, I like selfies. Yes, ma'am. What's your name? Right? What's your name? This one, baby.
Yes, I do feel this is a high quality school because I'm in one of the gifted and talented programs. And what we do in those programs, we do projects, food projects, movie projects, and catapults, things in that nature. My favorite thing about this school is the gifted and talented program. I don't have a least favorite thing about my school.
I feel it is a high quality school because you have extracurriculars here and things that you can do. There's like pre-algebra, algebra 1, and even when you go to high school, you'll earn like extra credits. My favorite thing about the school is me being in a pre-algebra class, because going into high school I'll already have 2 credits. And my other favorite thing is I have a lot of friends here, and like if I go to a different school I won't have that many friends, so that's my favorite thing.
My name is Demisha Henry. I have one daughter here and she's in the 6th grade. Yes, I do believe this is a high quality school because I had a niece and a nephew that went here and they're now in great high schools, and I love the programs that the school has. I decided to enroll her in the school because I had a niece that went here and a nephew that went here, and I just loved the school from when they were here. The school engages me in my child's education by in-grade, where you could check their grades online, and teachers giving emails to keep in contact about your child, about my child.
Okay, ladies, you are dismissed. All right, gentlemen, let's go. Make sure you put your chairs in. Good afternoon.
You want to stay here?
Go, go, go. Let me start. Bye, have a good one. Aaron, let's go.
Hey, Russell. Remember Russell? Russell. Get this move right here. Move with it. Go back.
You better wait.